switch this view here. All right. I think we are live. All right. Today we've got Mark Swenson. Super excited, Mark, to have you here with us on the Metabolism Reboot going live. Mark is seeing some awesome results in the last 5 months. It's been like just barely over 5 months since we started working together. As you can see with the headline, like 72.6 pounds down, which is phenomenal. So Mark, go ahead and maybe just give us a quick introduction into who you are, and we can jump into kind of your story.
Sure. Let's see. I'm 59 years old, and I knew a few months ago that I was going to be able to take the benefit of early retirement. So it got me thinking about things I could begin to control going into maybe retirement, of what bettering my health, because I didn't really like where I was at with my weight. Just setting a whole new parameter of goals and all. And so, the weight loss was a big one for me. And again, controlling things where, geez, if I can control my weight and all of that, well, it could potentially prevent things down the road, because who wants to pay a higher health cost premium and all that it goes with it? And who wants to sit down with a doctor and they're prescribing you things that you knew you probably might have been able to take care of at an earlier time? I didn't want to go down that road. And so it got me thinking. And so I certainly had tried a few things. So when you want to talk about that, I'm ready to talk about that. So
yeah, let's go for it. Yeah. What did you try before?
Well, I'm sure my things were real similar to what a lot of people tried. Let's see here. At one time, during a physical, a doctor suggested the Mediterranean diet, and I liked that diet. It was good. I also tried fasting, tried some weight loss food programs. You get them in the mail, you try them out, try walking, exercise. So, I tried a lot of the usual that people are familiar with. My problem is that losing weight really wasn't a problem. I can easily lose 20 pounds, but then my issue is that I would plateau and get stuck at a weight, and really couldn't find a way to go beyond that. And so with that comes frustration. And eventually it's like, well, this is not working. I need to try something else. And so you're off to another journey there. So sustainability is the big word right there, of beating that plateau and continuing. Actually, sustainability isn't. It's beating that plateau. How do you get around that? How do you continue on? And then once you reach your goal weight, how do you sustain that? And so that's what's going through my mind through this process. And been looking for a long time for something. So,
yeah. Awesome. Well, obviously we've broken through the plateau now, which is really exciting. Mm-hmm. So tell us, I want to talk here in just a minute about kind of things you've learned as far as that sustainability. Because I think that's on a lot of people's mind is like, sure, I can lose weight. Well, there's still always two questions: is can I lose all the weight that I want? And then can I keep it off? Right. So we'll get to that. But first tell us, like, as you've gone through the last 5 months, what have you seen as far as like experience? Like, you saw weight loss, of course, we're down almost 73 pounds. What else kind of you seen along the way?
Well, I'm not too sure what the question is there, Jared. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, what kind of benefits or what kind of things have you experienced as you've gone through the last 5 months? Yeah.
Okay. Well, since starting, and keep in mind that the goals that I mentioned earlier, but one of them really at the top of my mind, just to put one more out there, was to simply get back into wearing my athletic clothes that I've had for years that I just don't look good into anymore. And it was really as simple as that for me, other than these other things I really wasn't having an issue with. But I knew if I didn't do anything, they would eventually come around the corner. So when I learned about you and discovered you on Facebook, and we talked for an hour or so, and then you described kind of what the journey was about and where we needed to go, and that I would be a good candidate for, probably mainly because I tried a lot of things and they weren't working. I started off that journey, and it was through the first phase, which was the losing phase. And, you gave me a roadmap, gave me a small, thin pamphlet that was all to the point. There really wasn't a whole lot to it other than follow this path. You feel like you need to talk, need advice or whatever. Here's how I can be reached. And then, not really, for me, it really wasn't any more than that. So I follow directions good. I know
which is true. You do.
Yeah. I know what my goal was. I was driven. The only thing in my mind was, when I get to that 20-pound point of losing, am I going to be stuck again? And could I get beyond that? Because I've been there many times. But that quickly came and went. I actually wrote down here, if you don't mind, the first 30 days I was down 31 pounds. That came very quickly. Time went by real quick. In the 60 days, I was down to 45 pounds. And then I liked where I was at, but I felt like I wanted to go a little bit more. So I went through a little bit of maintenance there to kind of lock my weight in. And then I got the okay to continue on. And then after about 150 days, then I'm down here in the 70-pound range, which I'm locking in now and I'm comfortable with. And, I did that with very little exercise, if any. It was really all about learning how to eat properly. Your proteins, your starches, your fruits, what to take and what not to take. That was the learning journey right there, as simple as that. And then also learning about the supplements that benefit your body along the way. And so, when you kind of wrap it all up, here I try these other things. I really need to do a one-on-one with a coach of some sort. And that's what I got out of you and my other coach, Brooke. I get the guidance. I learned a lot through our one-on-one talks every week of how you doing. It's just consistent coaching along the way, hand-holding to the process. It's extremely easy. And when you kind of step back, it's actually, when you learn the tools, it's just like, wow, this is anybody can follow this process. If you're driven, and again, if you got to go and you're driven and can follow directions, in my mind, it's really not any more difficult than that.
Yeah. And I agree. I think simplicity is key. I think it's simple, make it easy, and it's everybody can do it, right? So that's awesome. So huge benefits. Super excited for you, Mark. So as you've kind of gone through, I know obviously we broke through the plateau, which was one of your major goals, and
right.
Blew past that very quickly. And like you said, you look back and you're like, gosh, it's been 5 months. It just passed like that. And you're down 70 something pounds. So now going forward, obviously, we're just kind of finishing, locking in, kind of maintaining it, creating this new set point right now. Mm-hmm. What is different for you now in the way you think, the knowledge you have, kind of like that education you said you gained, that's going to propel you forward with the sustainability aspect, which I know is one of your other big goals. Is like, can I sustain this? And can I find something that's sustainable? What things have helped you that might be helpful for other people that like you've learned that's maybe different than you experienced before, that's going to help you keep going in your trajectory of a healthy person?
Yeah, good question. Actually, I just realized a lot of this about a week ago. Took a trip to visit some old colleagues from another line of business I was in about a week ago again. And while down there, I was a little concerned because I'm away from my home base. where I'm comfortable, where I have the foods that I prepared and I have access to that. So when you get away from that, it's like, okay, well, how do I deal with this now? I'm out of my comfort zone now. And so I'm going to eat out more often. I'm going to be eating with people. And so so I was challenged with that last week. And so what was amazing is because I've been doing this for 5 months, it became very natural to me. So if I went to a restaurant, I was automatically looking, okay, well, what are my choices here? What's going to be healthy and allows me to stay on the plan here? And I just, it's like, okay, well, I'm going to go for a steak of this size and it comes with chicken. Okay, that takes care of my protein. All right, well, they have baked potato, but I'm going to go with asparagus because that gets my starch in. And then they didn't have fruit. They had, well, all the other good things that are good too, but it wasn't, it wasn't where I didn't need to go there. So so I picked it. It just was a natural choice for me. I was surprised. And then other times, it was what I've learned, stepping away again from my home base here where I have the foods I need to eat that are plentiful. Stepping away, I definitely learned I got the confidence now, knowing that when I step outside of the zone that I can pick these items out, the most healthiest for me, allows me to stay on the plan. That will not affect me trying to be more healthier, which translates to, keeping my weight in check. And it was a lot easier than I thought because it just was built in subconsciously. And I did real well. In fact, when I came back 4 days later, I was a pound less than when I left. Yeah. So it was pretty good. I could also think one instance, I think that last day before I came back, I sat down with an old boss of mine. He got a patty melt. And just because of time, I got the same thing. But, in the past, I probably would have been a little bit more concerned and it would have been more obvious because I'm pulling back the bread because I don't want the bread because it wasn't a healthy part of what I wanted to eat. But the meat was good. I ate the meat, did it without the cheese. So again, subconsciously, it just was natural. I did it because I wanted to do it. I learned that I come a long ways and just making the right decisions. And they're becoming real natural to me now. So I'm a lot more comfortable moving forward. I'm seeing again that this is something that's going to be sustainable for life because you may not always realize it as you go down this path, but you're building in these building blocks of that are going to allow you to be sustained, allow you to be sustained on the program going forward. It's just I was really surprised. It was a good thing that I stepped away from it last week. I learned a lot for myself that I was able to, I'm moving forward. I was able to make the right choices. And so,
Yeah.
So,
awesome. Yeah. Awesome. We like to call that identity shift, right? Where it's just kind of part of who we are. We have this foundation of this is who I am and I'm going to eat healthy. And regardless of if I'm out to eat or I'm whatever, like you just do it. And it's part of who you are, which is awesome. And I think obviously what to eat. And I think that's such a key component, but it's like you said, you chose it, you want it. This is who you are now. And so having the knowledge, but also the kind of thinking patterns around this is who I am, that combination, I think is powerful. So that's awesome to hear. Those are huge changes. So awesome. Congrats on that. Super exciting.
And it's not complicated. You just keep it simple. You just do. I think we're so used to complicating things. Well, if I'm going to need this as well, and I'll tweak it this way. And if you just stay on the plan and take the advice from your coaches, you'll be successful. It definitely was for me. I definitely had my doubts even going into the program that I would come this far. So, Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's okay. I think that's normal for humans, especially if we've tried and we failed. In the weight loss world, that happens a lot where people are like, can I do it? Haven't done it before. And Jared says all these crazy results can happen. I can lose, X amount of pounds in a certain time and, 20 to 45. And then they get on there and you're like, oh my gosh, like I just did that. And, it's really cool. So, and it is, we try to keep it so simple that like you can literally repeat the process the rest of your life. You don't have to, I don't mean like gain and lose it, right? But just sustain it. Like it's easy, it's simple, and that's how it should be, because that's the way our body, it is. It's kind of the analogy we always use, that plants need water, sunlight, soil. You give them the simple things they need and it generally works. So that's typically what we see happen. So awesome. So as someone like, if say someone's watching this, they're just getting started, or maybe they're like thinking, debating, maybe I shouldn't do it. What's kind of any words of wisdom, words of advice to someone kind of just rolling in their journey with their health?
Well, I was there too at one time. And for me, as I mentioned earlier, I was looking for a real one-on-one life person coach to take me onto this journey here. So, because I had tried everything else, and I already mentioned what results I got from those. So this was kind of a last resort for me in many ways. So I was on the fence. I jumped without really thinking, and just did it. Like I mentioned, time has flown by. It definitely was the right decision for me. Yeah, I just say do it because it works. And it's probably the biggest benefit too is you're eating real food. I didn't really mention that, but everything that we eat is probably not too far off from what we're eating. We just learned how to eat, what portions are right for us, and the types of food. And after you've been on for a few months, it's pretty logical. So yeah, if you're on the fence, thinking about doing, I highly recommend it. It's something that's it's just not difficult. It's becomes when you look back on it, it's like, yeah, I just need I need to learn the tools. I just needed someone to give me the right path to walk, and overall, it works. Yeah, 70 pounds work.
That's true, in 5 months, which is awesome. And the cool thing, and you've said it, maybe not in this way, but like 5 months is going to pass regardless. So it goes by super fast. Like sometimes we get in and we start and we're going, oh my gosh, if I have to think 5 months from now, it's like, don't. Like 5 months ago, you don't even remember what was going on in your life. Time passes so fast. And then you look back, if you've got a plan and you know how to stick to it, it passes and you're going, oh my gosh, I just lost 70 pounds or however much it is for each person. So anyway, I think that's awesome. So congrats, Mark. Super excited for you and the journey that you've had so far, as well as, of course, the journey that will continue to come. That is the rest of our life, right? As we continue going forward. So thank you for being willing to share. Give you a chance, any last words of wisdom that you'd want to share with anybody? It's okay if not, but just want to give you a last opportunity if you have anything else.
No, only regrets. And the number one regrets, I wish I learned about this program 10 years ago. That would have saved me a lot of time. It would have been kind of nice to have. But no, fortunately, I came across it. Don't wait. If you're on the fence, now's the time to do it. I don't think you'll ever regret it. Just follow the directions, follow the plan. It's not complicated. And I believe you will have success.
Yeah. Awesome, Mark. Well, thank you for sharing, being willing to share your story and let other people kind of hear your journey and inspiration, which is amazing. So we'll go ahead and again, appreciate you being here in the live here. Thanks everybody for watching. If you see the video, like it, share it, comment, give Mark some encouragement, some congratulations. Great work that he's done. And again, Mark, thank you for being here. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yep. We'll see you.